What's up, fight fans? Joining me now on the Cage Side Press YouTube channel is former interim Bellator welterweight champion and PFL World Tournament Semifinalist Logan Storley. Thanks for joining me today, Logan.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
So, Logan, you're in the semifinals and closing in on a world title once again. Talk to me about this road back to title contention and what it would mean to you and your career to pick up a tournament victory here.
Yeah, that's why you get into this sport is to fight the best guys in the world, and win championship belts, and that's really why I got into it. So, I think it just speaks to the consistency of my career and having the great coaches, training partners, and people around me that got me here. And so, I'm excited for June 12th and need to go out there and perform at my best.
And then you had a decisive victory over Luciano in the opening round. I was there for that one, but it looked like you had a little bit of damage to your lip. Did that require stitches at all? And are you fully healthy and recovered coming into this second round?
Yeah, I got split open for maybe 8 seconds of the fight, and so it kind of changed the game plan a little bit of where we needed to be. But yeah, all healed up and took care of that right away, and so we were back to training, not long after. And so yeah, I'm excited to continue to build off of that win and improve from there, and I think my team has me ready.
And then how much do you know about your opponent, Kikuiri? And have you had a chance to go back and watch any film or tape on him?
Yeah, I've watched a couple fights. Controls distance very well. Has good kicks, and is tough against the cage. He does a lot of things very well. And so I'm going to have to go out there. I'm going to have to implement my game plan, get to my positions, wear on them, exhaust them, and then open up and go for the finish.
Yeah, when you look at this one stylistically, he hasn't really faced many elite grapplers like yourself. Is the game plan to go in there and, test that takedown defense from the opening bell?
Yeah, I think, everyone kind of knows that when they fight me, that there's going to be a lot of pressure on you. And you're going to have to, be ready for everything. Obviously, it's MMA. You got to put everything together. And so I feel like we've continued to do a better job at that of putting everything together and setting a super high pace. And, this fight, I want to go out there and do a lot of damage and get them out of there.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of talk about the other side of the bracket and you as well. A teammate of yours, Jason Jackson's facing Thad Jean. How have you guys as a camp been able to face that and navigate through you guys both being in the tournament? And has it been uncomfortable at all leading up to this point?
Yeah, for me, I think for both of us, it's not, because we both have another fight in front of us. Nothing's guaranteed that we're both gonna, be there. We have another fight to take care of, and that's all I'm worried about is June 12th first. So as soon as both fights are over, we have to do our face off in the cage, then it becomes real. And but I think for the most part, we kind of have a little different schedules, have used different training partners, different coaches to a point, and so I don't think it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you guys switched it up and schedule-wise, or if you'd still had the same training partners as normal. Are you keeping the same guys around you that you've had for recent camps, or how is the training partner situation kind of go between you guys?
Yeah, no, same teammates. Killcliff. I've been here for 8 years, I think, with Killcliff, and so nothing really changes. Got my coaches. There's a lot of different coaches in there, and everyone helps everyone. But I got my main core of guys that know me really well and when to push and what to work on. And so, with Robbie Lawler and Nick Lentz, Dieter Navarro, Henry Hooft, we got a lot of Gilbert, Herbert. There's a lot of guys that help throw their little spin on things and continue to help me. So I just keep listening to those guys.
Yeah, and I know you're not looking past this fight with Kikuiri, but if you had to say on the other side of the bracket, who do you think that you're going to be facing in the final?
Yeah, I haven't watched a ton of kind of the. I think they both have a lot of questions for each other. Can Jason get to his spots? Where does the fight take place? Thad's an up and coming kid who's hits hard, big kid, athletic. But Jason's former champ. Well, has fought the best of the best. And so I think it'll be a really interesting fight.
And then your fight with Kikuiri, you said you're looking for a finish. Can I get a prediction on a round and a method of victory for you?
Yeah. Obviously it takes always takes a little while to get these guys out of there, but we'll see. For me, I need to get to my dominant positions, and do a lot of damage from top. And so I did that a little bit last fight, but I think I'm excited for this fight. And, I know that I'm going to get them out of there.
Fight fans, you can catch Logan Storley in action June 12th from the Nashville Municipal Auditorium or live on ESPN and ESPN+. Thanks again for joining me today, Logan, and good luck in 2 weeks.
Appreciate it.